Hello, Michael Prince here, clinic manager coach. I want to walk you through the ways to transition from being a coworker with your employees to their leader, to a coach. A lot of times in these positions, we get elevated from a coworker, somebody who works alongside the people in our clinic, to people who are now meant to lead the way. We're now meant to uh, monitor their activity, the way they do their work, make sure they're doing things accurately and properly, completely. And it can be difficult sometimes. And so I want to walk you through a few key things, three key things that will help you. The first one is to shift your mindset. We want to shift our mindset from team member to leader, and it requires a fundamental change. You have to be able to reassess your relationships, and that's going to mean setting some boundaries, isn't it? It's going to mean some things you talked about you can't talk about anymore. It's going to mean some things that you complained about to your coworkers you just can't complain about anymore. It's going to mean that some things that you look at a certain way, maybe problem patients, maybe problems with more leadership, larger leadership in your clinic or in your office, are things you have to kind of keep yourself from digging into as much when you're having these conversations with the employees. You're no longer against anyone. You're no longer, and I say that kind of tongue in cheek because sometimes it feels like, it's the team versus the management. Well, now if you're management, if you're supposed to be leading them, it's more difficult to lead them if you're joining them in the discussion or in the frustration or in the venting about who is causing the problems or who's making the decisions. I'll say this too. It's very a good example of this is if you were to watch Saving Private Ryan. It's a movie that I've watched probably every year since it came out. And one of the things that stick out to me from that is when they're walking through the meadow and they're talking about the problems and they're complaining about the mission. We're all going out here for one guy. What's the deal? What's going on with that? And they ask Tom Hanks' character, "What do you think, boss? What do you think about this, Captain?" And he says, "Nope, complaints go up. Complaints go up. They don't go down. Complaints aren't parallel." And the same works in your office and in your clinic. Those sorts of things have to focus upwards. If there's real issues, you are the conduit. When they vent to you, you take it seriously and you elevate that, and you should be able to come between and help that communication and not let it just spin around in circles and be a venting that gets nobody anywhere. So focus on guiding and inspiring them rather than just contributing. Obviously, you're going to contribute. You want to lead and work alongside the people you're working with, but you're also going to be leading them, showing them the way. You got to this place because you are a leader, because you are somebody that the team supposedly looks up to. And so being in that position, it's very important that you take the steps you need to take to go ahead and lead them in that way. So the mindset shift is critical. You have to kind of reassess how you look at your role in the clinic. The next thing is to lead with data and not vibes. Being a teammate is all about vibes. It's all about who you get along with, who you like working with the most. It's about you and your work bestie or your work wife or work husband or whatever you would call it. That's very common as teammates working together in a clinic or at an office somewhere. But whenever you take over as management, as the leader, whether it's a shift manager or an overall clinic or office manager, your mindset again has to shift away from vibes towards data. You're going to use data to be able to effectively measure and monitor the work that your team is doing, because the data takes away the emotion, right? It takes away that, "Oh, I like this person. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to, and my top two strengths in the strengths finders are relationship. I'm a woo and I'm a maximizer. So I want to get you on my side and I want to make you better than you were before. I want to make you the best you can be." That's just a part of my personality, my natural strengths in the Clifton Strengths Finders, which we should all be taking and learning from. So for me to look at a teammate and tell them you're not doing a good job, or tell them I don't like the work you're doing. It's difficult for me. It's not a conversation I enjoy having. But when we have progress evaluations, we have KPIs or key performance indicators, we have data to measure the performance of how things are going. It's easy for me to say, hey, these numbers are down. You should have an 80% accuracy rate on these charges you're putting into patient ledgers, but instead you're at 65%. What can I do to help you raise this? And so we're discussing their performance and the fact that it's not up to par. It's not where we need it to be, but it's more centered around how I can come alongside and help them, because that data is the complaint and my job is the coaching. And that's where my maximizing is to come in. And I don't have to tell them they're not doing a good job. The data does that for me. And it makes it a lot easier to have those difficult conversations when it's just bare facts that you're presenting them. Transitioning to this, it helps enhance your decision making. You can decide that this person who you like spending time with, you like working alongside, is maybe in the wrong role in the clinic, or maybe in the wrong role in your office or wherever it is that you're managing. Maybe they're not doing the things they should be doing properly. The data is going to tell you that. The vibes will lie to you. The vibes will mess you up. And so it's critical to use that data to help lead your team. So I want to encourage you that as you're leading your team, as the leader of the clinic, as the leader of the office, you have to make these little changes. Consider yourself the leader. Number one, have the confidence that you're there because whoever elevated you to that position knows you can do it, thinks you can do it. So you can. Don't let imposter syndrome take that away from you. Don't let the mistakes maybe you made in the past, don't let uh, little conversations and bickering that's happening in the office or in the clinic around you make you second guess that. They put you there because they want you there for a reason. Then let your mindset shift. Okay, I'm here to lead these people. Work alongside them in a way that they come behind and follow as I work towards the goal that we're working on together. And then number three, you're going to use data instead of vibes to measure the performance of your teammates. You love these people. You like working with them. You want it to be a positive work experience and environment, but you still have to tell them when they need to improve and do better. And that's done by using the data. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, share with other managers. If you are interested in some one-on-one, some coaching, you can schedule below for a preview of a coaching program that will help you become the best office manager, clinic manager you can be. We'll talk about systems and goals, and we have 5 key goals that we look at. And if you don't meet at least 3 of them, you get your money back if you end up signing up for something. So let me know how I can help you there. Or you can just go explore that a little more at the Clinic Manager Coach. You just go to kmichaelprince.com, and that's where you can learn about that. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. There'll be more like this coming up very soon on this YouTube channel.